My name is Lex Ortega. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm the Director of Education and Advocacy at the LGBTQ Community Center of the Desert. I was born and raised in Palm Springs, and one of my dreams coming back to my community was ensuring that LGBTQ plus inclusive spaces were accessible to young people and people of all ages across this place that I get to call home. And so I get to do that today at the LGBTQ Community Center of the Desert. In my role as Director of Education and Advocacy, I get to figure out how this organization can really step into our power and move our community along towards supporting progressive issues and supporting issues that impact LGBTQ people today. We as a community have come from periods of time in our history where we were persecuted and discriminated against legally across the country for what we look like, for who we loved. And that all happened here in the Coachella Valley as well. So study after study shows us that LGBTQ young people are impacted and experience higher rates of suicidality, depression, anxiety, drug use, as well as other unhealthy behaviors when they aren't supported by at least one trusted adult in their life. So some of the current issues that are impacting LGBTQ youth today include living in a state that is very LGBTQ plus friendly and supportive, and experiencing different realities in their school life every single day. And what I mean by that is we live in a state that absolutely affirms a person's sexual identity and gender identity. Meanwhile, at school, LGBTQ students are subject to bullying, harassment, are subject to policies like potential forced outing policies, are subject to realities where they cannot use facilities according to their gender identity and what they actually need. The students that are most impacted by these issues today are students who identify as non-binary, who are gender expansive, who might be transgender, or even students who are questioning their identity and really need the space to figure out who they are. And isn't that what childhood is about? Safety for LGBTQ students is a spectrum. It can look like a teacher who is supportive and affirming in their classroom and who stands up against prejudiced language all the time, all the way to spaces like an LGBTQ center, to other organizations that are pro-LGBTQ identity, that are progressive in their ideals and foster a sense of inclusiveness and belonging every single day. Accountability often starts at the top. That means holding our superintendents accountable. That means holding our school district administration accountable. That also means going to our elected school board officials and making sure that our voices are heard around how important LGBTQ safety is to our student and our school culture. Here at the center, the trans and non-binary students that we work with often have supportive family members. It is the young people whose family members we've never met, we've never seen, that we are most concerned about regarding forced outing and parental notification policies in schools. Because we know that those families and those homes are potentially very harmful for the young person who walks through our doors.
My name is Kira Pigis, and I'm the Public Affairs Manager in Riverside County with Planned Parenthood Action Fund of the Pacific Southwest. As the Public Affairs Manager with the Action Fund, I manage all of the advocacy efforts across the county alongside a team of amazing organizers. We work together to help organize around local issues and local advocacy, also issue campaigns and electoral work as well. The coalition's name is the Riverside County LGBTQ+ Student Safety Coalition, and it really started when a group of organizations joined together to address the alarming policy concerns for parental notification policies in school districts. Now the coalition has been able to further the work that they started on September 18th when they sent a letter to the Riverside County Board and Office of Education, and were able to come up with tangible next steps to further address the issues of parental notification policies across the county. Young people are being impacted by these harmful policies because they don't feel safe in their school system, they don't feel safe at home, and they also now don't feel safe just in their communities. When we have a large number of people that are coming to board meetings and pushing these harmful policies outside of just the parental notification, but also on LGBTQ+ book banning, pride flag banning, it makes students feel like who they are is not okay. These harmful policies that community members and policymakers are pushing at the local school board level make students feel like who they are is not safe, and they are not safe both in their community and also on their school campuses. The policy that is most concerning for student safety, specifically LGBTQ plus student safety, is this idea of a parental notification policy that has seen its way across California and is making its way slowly but surely into Riverside County. The policy will force teachers to out students to their parents when they wish to be referred to by different gender pronouns or identify with a different gender identity. The issue of LGBTQ plus students feeling safe in their classrooms is inextricably linked to reproductive justice and the issues around access to reproductive health and reproductive care, because both of these issues lie in autonomy. People have a right to make choices about their body without intervention from their school boards, from their teachers, parents, or even political leaders. People should be able to have that right and should be able to feel safe in having that right, no matter what arena they're in. Our call to action today is really twofold. For community members, it's important that you stay up to date with all of our coalition efforts through following our social media pages and also following our landing page, which will have all of our call to actions and any updates from the coalition. You can find this at voteforchoice.org/Student Safety Coalition. And for elected officials at the school board level, both at the countywide level and also at local school boards, it's important for you to remember that you are all responsible for student safety in promoting LGBTQ plus student safety. We want you to hold yourselves accountable to these actions, and we want to make sure that you are promoting inclusivity wherever you can, whether that be through policy and safe spaces, and also through messaging and letting students know that you stand with them in the face of adversity.